Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we're going to do some writing feedback. As I mentioned before, we've had a lot of writing task 2 on the channel, so I'm going to focus on writing task 1 at least for the next couple of weeks. Then back to writing task 2. Anyway, let's have a look at the task. So I didn't get the writing for the wording. I didn't get the writing for the question in here. Just got the picture and the response. But let's take a look at this picture first, and we really want to make sure that we understand the picture, that we can select the key features, and we can start thinking about our paragraph structure. But first of all, I just want to make sense of the infographic. So, female unemployment rates in the 4 countries of the UK. Okay, so just thinking of this in simple terms, how many women were looking for work, were out of work and looking for work in the 4 countries of the UK, in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland, over 2-year period, over 2 years, so 2013 and 2014, so that's within a 12-month period. Okay, so in England we see, okay, unsurprisingly, not much changed between these 2 years. The statistics are pretty much the same across the board. Northern Ireland, 5.6 to 4.6. That's the biggest change, right? That's a whole percentage point. Scotland, we have a difference of 0.6. Wales, a difference of 0.4. England, a difference of 0.3. So this could be one key feature, the big drop in Northern Ireland. Another notable difference that stands out to me is the rate of female unemployment in England dropped. In Wales, it dropped. In Northern Ireland, it dropped. But in Scotland, it actually increased over this period. And in 2014, Scotland had the highest percentage of female unemployment, overtaking England. That could be a feature, but there's not really much to work with here, is there? Most of the statistics are the same. You could have one key feature about stats in 2013, another in 2014, but I definitely think that Northern Ireland drop is worth mentioning, and definitely 100% the fact that Scotland saw a rise in female unemployment while the rest of the UK saw a decrease. That's an interesting feature that should probably be talked about. But okay, so as always in this writing task 1, well, not as always. Some people like a 3-paragraph structure, other people like a 4-paragraph structure. But regardless, we should have some very short introduction. We should have some attempt at an overview, so like the general picture. And we should also have some key details about 2 key features. We should have statistical details, but let's see what we get from our candidate. Let's check a couple of things. First of all, the candidate did write to say it was 160 words. I'll just check that very quickly. Tools word count, 168 words. Okay, cool, absolutely fine. Let's just make this a little bit bigger so that it's visible for everybody. 16. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's get into it. Count the paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine, cool. We have a short introduction. We have what looks like an overview. Then key feature 1, key feature 2. Cool. Paragraph structure looks really good. Number of words, really good. Let's check the language. The bar chart, it is a bar chart, presents, good, we got that S, presents information on the percentage of jobless women in the United Kingdom in 2013 and 2014. Sure, I might want to you might want to mention that the breakdown is by country. So it's not just in the United Kingdom. It is in the United Kingdom, but specifically, we get the 4 countries of the United Kingdom. So that's a detail that you might want to add. But in general, great. Simple, lovely, simple writing, very clear. In general, good signposting language to show that it's the overview. Very nice. In general, there was a decrease. Cool. A decrease as a noun. Nice. And nice. There was construction. Simple grammar, but it's effective. Decrease in 3 out of 4 countries. Cool. With Scotland being, love this gerund clause, with Scotland being the only one, good reference word, good cohesion, the only one with a rate of unemployment, very good. Increased, great. So we get decrease as a noun, then we get increased as a verb. Good flexibility with language, fantastic. The largest change took place in Northern Ireland. Great, we've picked out the same key features. The largest change took place in Northern Ireland. Like this take place. Some people say we shouldn't use phrasal verbs in academic writing. Nonsense. We might want to limit phrasal verbs, but take place, absolutely fine. Okay, really nice overview. I love how simple it is, how easy it is to understand. It's really grammatically accurate. And I love the fact that the candidate doesn't give away too much information here. The candidate knows that this is the overview. They don't need to provide too much information. It's enough to say the largest change took place in Northern Ireland. Great. We'll get into that statistical data, into the statistical details, hopefully in these next 2 paragraphs. So let's have a look. In 2013, again, nice clear signposting for the reader. 6.8% of women in England did not have a job. Cool. Good use of paraphrasing. Instead of unemployment, did not have a job. Cool. A year later, cool. Instead of in 2014, a year later, nice. This proportion, it is a proportion. You're absolutely right. This proportion dropped slightly. Wonderful, 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 precise language. Dropped slightly to 6.5%. Great. A similar change, fantastic stuff. A similar change occurred, nice, instead of take place, now we have occurred, again, shows again great flexibility. Occurred in Wales. I'd put a comma here, comma, where the percentage of unemployed women was reduced. I don't know about this was reduced as passive. Yeah, it just looks just slightly strange to use this was reduced. I don't know. Suggests that there's some agent who's doing the reduction, and we don't really get that information. It was reduced. Just sounds. I wouldn't say it's terribly wrong, but it just does sound a little bit off. Just use fell. The percentage of unemployed women fell would be better, like fallen, fell from 5.4% in 2013 to 5.0% in 2014. Cool. A much more significant reduction. The noun reduction, fine. Candidate is really looking for those synonyms to talk about things going up and things going down. Took place. Again, we get took place. I have no problem with this being used twice. You could change the wording, like Northern Ireland saw a more significant reduction, or Northern Ireland experienced a more significant reduction. That's one way of changing up, so you don't have to use take place again, but that's fine. Significant reduction took place in Northern Ireland, comma, as the percentage here, nice, went down. Great. We've had decrease, we've had go down, we've had reduce, we've had reduction. Went down from 5.6% in the former year. Former year just sounds a little bit odd. Former year, just a little bit odd. The first year, perhaps, to 4.6% in the latter. Okay, attempt to use former and latter. Okay, not bad. Good. Really, really, really nice paragraph. So simple. Candidate doesn't seem to be trying really hard to use crazy grammar and crazy vocab. It's simple, informative language. Great stuff. As for Scotland, comma, it was the only country to experience. Oh, we do get this experience, and it was the only country to experience. Again, really, really appropriate grammar. to be something, to do something. It was the only country to experience a rise in female unemployment. Cool. Nice use of rise too. Candidate does use nominalization. Good. So instead of rise as a verb, he uses rise as a noun. Instead of decrease as a verb, candidate earlier uses decrease as a noun. This is common in academic writing. It's called nominalization. Nominalization? Using nouns instead of verbs. Very, very common in academic writing. Yeah, I think it's called nominalization. A rise in female unemployment. To be specific, cool, the rate of joblessness, beautiful. Joblessness among women in this part of the UK increased from 6.1% in 2013 to 6.7% in 2014. Wonderful, fantastic, easy to understand, so beautifully easy to understand. Was reduced, feels slightly odd, former feels slightly odd. That is the only slight problem I have with this, the only slight problem. So for me, task achievement, fully achieved. Success is fully achieved. Putting that information from the picture into words, candidate has done that, met everything required. Coherence and cohesion, for me, it is a band 9. Paragraph structure is logical, lots of nice reference words. Inside paragraphs, there's a flow. Wonderful, great. Lexical resource shows great flexibility. For me, it is worth a 9. I think all of that language that we need to talk about changes like rising and things going up and things going down, candidate demonstrates full flexibility with this. And grammatical range and accuracy, for me, it is a 9. There isn't anything absolutely spectacular in there, but all of that grammar is exactly what we would expect to see in an informative piece of writing that just tries to explain a picture. So for me, this is a band 9 piece of writing. It's very, very rare that we get band 9 writing, and I hope as people watching this video, I hope that you look at this and think, well, I could write like this. Because there's nothing showy offy, it's not like poetic, it doesn't include a lot of colorful and crazy descriptive language and really odd, like rarely used grammar or things like this. It's simple, clear, accurate writing. Absolutely love it. Band 9 all day long. Are there some examiners that wouldn't give it a 9? Sure, maybe some examiners might give it 8, 8.5. But it's definitely up there. C1, C2 just does everything that it's supposed to do. It's task 1. We don't need anything flashy for task 1. For me, fully achieved, band 9. Amazing, well done. Things to improve? Nothing. Great job, wonderful, awesome, amazing. You've completed English. Your work here is done. Go and learn French or German or a different language because you've mastered English. Congratulations. Yeah, a very short video, probably the shortest writing check I've ever done. So nice, so clear, a wonderful example of how easy IELTS writing task 1 can be. Not everyone will get a 9, not everyone will get an 8, not everyone will get a 7, but certainly following some of these principles of writing clearly, selecting the key features appropriately, not trying too hard with grammar and vocab, a great example of what IELTS writing task 1 should be. Let me know if you think I've overscored this. Maybe you think I'm too generous. Yeah, I don't see any room for improvement. I think band 9, absolutely fine. If you'd like me to check your IELTS writing, or if you'd like a speaking test with feedback, you can request this on my Telegram channel, Expert Examiner. A link to this is given in the description. But I'll leave it there for now. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.